Today we are going to talk about English mistakes to avoid, and I want you to relax, sit comfortably, and just listen as if I am talking to you in a quiet, friendly classroom. This lesson is long and gentle, designed to help you understand English more clearly and speak with more confidence. I will guide you through common mistakes, give you examples, tell short stories, share dialogues, offer pronunciation help, and give you chances to repeat and practice. Take your time and enjoy the learning process. You do not need to take notes while listening. Just let the language enter your ears slowly and naturally. If something feels difficult, that is okay. You are learning, and learning takes time. Let us begin with one of the most common mistakes learners make, which is translating directly from their native language. When we translate word by word, English sentences often sound unnatural. For example, some learners say I am having 20 years instead of I am 20 years old. In English, age is not something we have. It is something we simply are. Listen to the natural version. I am 20 years old. She is 40. They are 18. The verb to be carries the meaning. If you want to practice, say it with me slowly. I am 20 years old. I am 20 years old. Good. Now try this pattern with your own age. Speak clearly and confidently. If the number feels long, break it into parts. For example, I am 35 years old. You can even remove the words years old when speaking casually. You can say I am 35. Listen again. I am 35. Simple and natural. Another very common mistake is confusing the words fun and funny. Fun means enjoyable. Funny means something that makes us laugh. When learners mix these, English speakers can misunderstand the intention. If you say the party was very funny, people might think everyone was laughing non-stop. But if you say the party was very fun, people understand that the party was enjoyable. Try saying both words clearly. Fun. Funny. Notice the difference in sound. Fun. Funny. In a short dialogue, listen carefully. Person 1 says, "How was your trip?" Person 2 says, "It was really fun. We played games, tried new food, and met new people." That is the correct use. Now listen to a different example. Person 1 says, "Why are you laughing?" Person 2 says, "Because that movie was very funny." When something makes you smile or laugh, you use funny. When something makes you enjoy the moment, you use fun. Some learners also struggle with the difference between say and tell. Say is used for the words that come out of your mouth. Tell is used when you speak to someone specifically. For example, you say something, but you tell someone something. Listen to the contrast. She said hello. She told me hello. He said he was tired. He told me he was tired. In a short story, imagine a boy named David who wants to surprise his friend. David said, "I have a secret." But he did not tell anyone the secret. Notice the pattern. You can practice by repeating. She said. She told me. They said. They told us. I said. I told them. Repeat slowly and clearly. This will help your speaking muscles build memory of correct patterns. Now let us talk about pronunciation mistakes. Many learners struggle with the difference between the sounds V and W. The sound V uses the lower lip touching the upper teeth. The sound W uses rounded lips and no teeth. Listen to the difference as I say them slowly. Vine. Wine. Vest. West. Veil. Whale. Try repeating with me. Vine. Wine. Vest. West. If you place your hand on your throat while saying the V sound, you will feel vibration. But with the W sound, the air moves smoothly without friction. Practicing this difference will help others understand you more clearly. Another mistake is adding extra vowels where English does not need them. For example, saying a school instead of school or a special instead of special or a state instead of state. English does not add an extra vowel before S plus consonant words. Listen carefully to the clean start. School, state, special, Spanish, study. Repeat these words slowly. School, state, special, Spanish, study. If you catch yourself adding a vowel, pause, breathe, and start again. Let us move to grammar mistakes. One of the most common ones is forgetting to use the S at the end of verbs in the present simple when the subject is he, she, or it. Many learners say he go to work or she like coffee. But English requires he goes to work and she likes coffee. The S sound is very small but very important. Without it, the sentence feels incomplete. Listen to a small dialogue. A man says my sister works at a bank. His friend replies, really? Does she enjoy her job? The man answers yes, she likes helping people. Notice the S after works and likes. Say these sentences with me. He goes to school. She drinks tea. It rains a lot here. Listen again. He goes. She drinks. It rains. Repeat until the pattern feels natural. Another grammar mistake is using the wrong prepositions. Prepositions are small words but they can change the meaning of a sentence. For example, we say on Monday not in Monday. We say in the morning not on the morning. We say at night not in night. Prepositions in English follow patterns that you learn by exposure. Listen to these examples slowly. I will see you on Tuesday. I wake up early in the morning. We eat dinner at night. Say them with me. On Tuesday. In the morning. At night. Now let us practice with a simple story. Imagine a woman named Maria who has just moved to a new city. On Monday she starts her new job. She wakes up early in the morning and gets ready. She arrives at work at 9:30. Her boss says, "Welcome, Maria." She smiles and says, "Thank you. I am excited to be here." Later she tells her friend, "I had a fun first day. It was not too busy, and everyone was very friendly." Listen again. Notice the prepositions. On Monday. In the morning. At 9:30. These small details help your English sound more natural. A common mistake many learners make is confusing the words borrow and lend. Borrow means to take something from someone for a short time. Lend means to give something to someone for a short time. The direction of the object decides the word. Listen to this clear example. Can I borrow your pen? Means you want to take the pen. Can you lend me your pen? Means you want the listener to give the pen. Borrow equals take. Lend equals give. Practice with me. Can I borrow your book? Can you lend me your book? Another common difficulty is using the wrong tense when speaking about experiences. Some learners say I have seen that movie yesterday, but this is not correct. In English, the present perfect cannot be used with past time words like yesterday or last week. You should say I saw that movie yesterday. Present perfect is used for life experiences without a specific time. For example, I have seen that movie. I have visited Japan. I have never tried sushi. Listen to a quick comparison. I have been to London many times, but I went there last month. Have been is for general experience. Went is for a specific time. Now let us do a listening and repetition practice. I will say 3 sentences. First just listen. Then I will say them again for you to repeat. Listen. I have visited that museum before. I went there last summer with my family. It was a very fun experience. Now repeat after me slowly. I have visited that museum before. I went there last summer with my family. It was a very fun experience. Very good. Your mouth and ears are learning together. Many learners also make mistakes with countable and uncountable nouns. For example, they say much people or many water. But in English, we say many people because people are countable, and much water because water is uncountable. Listen to more examples. Many books. Much sugar. Many questions. Much time. If you want to practice in a natural conversation, listen to this short dialogue. A woman says, I do not have much time this morning. Her friend replies, that is okay. You do not have many tasks today. One uses much and one uses many. Repeat these sentences slowly. I do not have much time. I do not have many tasks. Pronunciation also causes mistakes with words that look similar but sound different. For example, the words live and leave. Live has a short I sound. Leave has a long ee sound. Listen. Live. Leave. In a sentence, I live in India. I leave at 8 o'clock. Try repeating both. Live. Leave. Now say the sentences. I live in India. I leave at 8 o'clock. You can feel the difference in the length of the vowel. Another sound that many learners struggle with is the th sound. Some learners replace it with a, d, or t sound. Instead of saying think, they say tink, or instead of saying that, they say dat. The th sound needs your tongue gently between your teeth with air flowing softly. Try it slowly. Think. That. 3. These. Listen to a short practice sentence. I think that these 3 ideas are good. Say it slowly after me. I think that these 3 ideas are good. If it feels difficult, do not worry. You can improve with time. Some learners also confuse the words before and ago. They say 3 years before when they want to say 3 years ago. Before is used when talking about an earlier point in a sequence, but ago is used for time relative to now. For example, I met her 3 years ago. Not 3 years before. Listen to a small story. John started a new job 2 years ago. Before that he studied computer science. Notice the difference. 2 years ago refers to the time from now. Before that refers to the sequence of events. Another common mistake is forgetting to use articles an or the. Many learners say I bought new phone when they should say I bought a new phone. Or they say sun is hot instead of the sun is hot. Articles help us understand if something is general or specific. Listen carefully. I saw a dog means any dog. I saw the dog means a specific dog that both speaker and listener know. Listen to this short dialogue. A woman says, I saw a bird in my garden. Her friend asks, what kind of bird was it? The woman replies, I think the bird was a parrot. First she uses a bird because the friend does not know which bird. Then she uses the bird because now they are talking about the same bird. Another frequent mistake is placing the word very before adjectives that do not work well with it. For example, some learners say very amazing or very fantastic. These words already express a strong meaning, so very sounds unnatural. Instead of very amazing, you can say really amazing or simply amazing. Listen to these natural sentences. The movie was amazing. The view was fantastic. The trip was really wonderful. Try repeating them slowly. Now let us practice with a small story that includes many of the corrections we discussed. Listen carefully and try to visualize the story as I speak. There is a young man named Daniel who lives in a quiet town. One day, Daniel decides to visit a museum. He wakes up early in the morning because he wants to arrive on time. At the museum, he meets a friendly guide who tells him many interesting facts. Daniel says this museum is so fun because I love history and the guide is very helpful. After the tour, he tells his friend, I visited the museum today and it was an amazing experience. I learned so much and I even bought a little book as a souvenir. Notice how the story uses correct grammar, natural prepositions, the correct meaning of fun, and natural expressions. You can try retelling this story in your own words. This practice helps your speaking fluency grow. Now let us work on confusion between do and make. Many learners say make homework or do a mistake, but English requires do homework and make a mistake. Listen to these natural patterns. Do homework. Do the dishes. Do business. Make a mistake. Make a plan. Make a decision. Listen to a short dialogue. A student says, I made a mistake on my test. The teacher replies, that is okay. You can do your homework again to practice. Repeat both sentences after me. I made a mistake on my test. You can do your homework again to practice. Another mistake happens with the words to and very. To means more than necessary, usually negative. Very means a high degree of something, usually neutral or positive. If you say the coffee is too hot, it means the coffee is hotter than you want. If you say the coffee is very hot, it means the coffee is hot but still okay. Listen to both. The room is very cold. The room is too cold. Try repeating. Very cold. Too cold. Very hot. Too hot. Many learners also forget the natural word order in English. English usually follows subject, verb, object. Some learners say always I go to school instead of I always go to school. The adverb of frequency comes before the verb but after the subject. Listen to these sentences. I always wake up early. She usually drinks tea. They sometimes take the bus. Repeat with me. I always wake up early. She usually drinks tea. Let me tell you a short story to practice. There is a woman named Emily. Emily always wakes up early. She usually drinks coffee while reading the news. She sometimes takes a walk before going to work. Notice the placement of words like always, usually, and sometimes. This kind of repetition will help you remember the structure naturally. Another common mistake is using double negatives such as I do not need no help. In English, double negatives are not accepted in standard grammar. You should say I do not need any help or I need no help. Listen to the correct form. I do not want any trouble. I did not see anyone there. Repeat after me. I do not want any trouble. I did not see anyone there. Let us now practice natural dialogues for real-life situations. I will speak slowly so you can follow. Dialogue 1. A person says, excuse me, can I borrow your phone for a moment? The other person replies, sure, here you go. The first person says, thank you, I will give it back in a moment. Notice borrow is correct here. Repeat the conversation in your own voice. Dialogue 2. A customer says, how much does this cost? The shopkeeper replies, it costs $20. The customer says, that is too expensive for me. Do you have something cheaper? Notice too expensive means more expensive than the customer wants. Dialogue 3. A student says, I did not understand this sentence. The teacher replies, that is okay, let me explain it again. Notice the natural supportive tone. Try repeating this dialogue. Now let us do a listening and speaking exercise. I will read a short paragraph. Just listen the first time. A family is planning a holiday. They want to visit a beautiful place near the mountains. The father says we should make a plan and decide what to take. The mother says yes, and we must do some shopping before the trip. Their daughter says I am very excited, but I am also a little nervous because I have never traveled so far before. Now I will read it again slowly for you to repeat line by line. A family is planning a holiday. Repeat. They want to visit a beautiful place near the mountains. Repeat. The father says we should make a plan and decide what to take. Repeat. The mother says yes, and we must do some shopping before the trip. Repeat. Their daughter says I am very excited, but I am also a little nervous because I have never traveled so far before. Repeat. Excellent. Another mistake happens when learners confuse its and its. It's without an apostrophe means something belongs to it. It's with an apostrophe means it is. Listen carefully. The cat is eating its food. It's time to go. Try saying them aloud. It's food. It's time to go. Another common confusion occurs with there and there. There shows possession. There refers to a place. There means they are. Listen to these sentences. Their house is very old. Put the book over there. They're going to the park. Repeat slowly. Their house. Over there. They're going. Let's do another short imaginary story to help you remember these. A family lives in a house near a forest. Their house is small but very cozy. One day the father says, "Look over there, I see a deer." The children say, "Wow, they're so beautiful." Notice how each form is used naturally in context. Another mistake many learners make is misusing the word because. For example, they say I did not go because I was sick. This is correct. But they also say because I was sick I did not go, but they forget the comma or pause. When speaking, it is natural to add a small pause. Listen to the natural version. Because I was sick, I did not go. Repeat it with a pause. Because I was sick, I did not go. Many learners also say I am agree, which is incorrect. The correct expression is I agree. Agree is a verb and does not take am. Listen. I agree. Do you agree? Yes, I agree. Repeat after me. I agree. Now let us practice a pronunciation challenge. Words ending with ed sound different depending on the verb. Sometimes it sounds like T, sometimes like D, and sometimes like ID. Listen. Walked. Played. Wanted. Walked ends with a T sound. Played ends with a D sound. Wanted ends with an ID sound. Repeat after me slowly. Walked. Played. Wanted. Now try using them in sentences. I walked to school. She played the piano. They wanted more time. Another mistake learners often make is confusing hear and listen. Hear is automatic. Listen is intentional. You hear sounds even if you do not try. You listen when you focus. Listen to this example. I can hear birds outside. I am listening to music. Try repeating both. Let us now practice with another story. Mark is sitting in his backyard. He hears birds singing. He listens carefully because the sound is relaxing. His friend calls him and says, "What are you doing?" Mark says, "I am listening to the birds. It is very peaceful." Notice the difference between hearing and listening. Another mistake is overusing the word very. While it is not incorrect, English has many colorful alternatives. Instead of very big, you can say huge. Instead of very small, you can say tiny. Instead of very tired, you can say exhausted. Instead of very hungry, you can say starving. Listen to this small dialogue. A woman says, "I am starving. Let's eat something." Her friend replies, "Good idea. I am exhausted after walking all day." Practice repeating these lines. I am starving. I am exhausted. We will now do a short self-practice exercise. I will speak slowly and you repeat each line after me. I want you to feel relaxed and speak clearly. Here we go. I am learning English step by step. Repeat. I can improve if I practice. Repeat. I do not need to be perfect. Repeat. Mistakes help me grow. Repeat. I speak English with confidence. Repeat. Good. You are doing great. Another important mistake to avoid is using the wrong question form. Many learners say why you are late instead of why are you late. In English, questions with the verb to be invert the order. Listen. You are late. Now the question. Are you late? With why, it becomes why are you late? Repeat this pattern. Why are you tired? Why is she upset? Why are they here? Repeat clearly. Now let us practice more natural dialogues. Dialogue 1. A man says, "Are you coming to the party tonight?" His friend replies, "I am not sure. I think I will be too tired after work." The man says, "Come anyway. It will be fun." Notice how each sentence flows naturally. Another mistake learners make is using the wrong stress on words. In English, stress can change the meaning. For example, the noun record has stress on the first syllable. The verb record has stress on the second syllable. Listen. Record. Record. Listen again. I bought a record. I will record a message. Repeat. I bought a record. I will record a message. Let us practice another listening section. Listen closely. Anna lives in a busy city. Every morning she wakes up early and makes a cup of tea. She listens to the news while getting ready. She usually leaves her house at 8. Today she left earlier because she wanted to avoid traffic. At work she told her colleague, "I am very tired because I did not sleep well last night." Now I will read it again slowly for repeating. Anna lives in a busy city. Repeat. Every morning she wakes up early and makes a cup of tea. Repeat. She listens to the news while getting ready. Repeat. She usually leaves her house at 8. Repeat. Today she left earlier because she wanted to avoid traffic. Repeat. At work she told her colleague, "I am very tired because I did not sleep well last night." Repeat. Very good. Another common mistake is using the wrong form after want. Many learners say, "I want that he goes" or "I want you to go." But the correct structure is "I want you to go." The person plus to plus verb. Listen to examples. I want you to help me. She wants him to study. They want us to come. Repeat each. I want you to help me. She wants him to study. They want us to come. Now let us strengthen listening skills with a simple mini story. Close your eyes if you want and imagine the scene. Maria is sitting in a small cafe. She is drinking a warm cup of coffee and reading a book. A man enters the cafe and sits near her. He looks confused. Maria asks, "Are you okay?" The man says, "I want you to help me find my hotel. I am lost." Maria smiles and says, "Sure, show me the address." The man shows her his phone and Maria says, "Your hotel is very close. Just walk straight and turn right." The man says, "Thank you. You are very kind." Notice the natural use of want you to and simple polite expressions. You can practice retelling the story in your own words. Another mistake is mixing up bring and take. Bring means move something toward the speaker. Take means move something away from the speaker. For example, bring me the book means bring it to where I am. Take this book to John means move it away from me to John. Listen and repeat. Bring the keys to me. Take this letter to your father. Now we will practice with a short conversation. A mother says, "Can you bring me the scissors?" Her son replies, "Sure, here they are." The mother then says, "Can you take this bowl to the kitchen?" The son says, "Yes, I will take it now." Repeat this dialogue in your own voice. Another mistake is using wish incorrectly. Wish is used for unreal or imaginary situations. For example, "I wish I had a car" means you do not have a car now. "I wish it were sunny" means it is not sunny now. Listen and repeat. "I wish I had more free time." "I wish I spoke English fluently." You can use wish to express dreams and regrets. Now let me tell you a longer calming story that will help you practice listening while enjoying the rhythm of natural English. Imagine a quiet village near a wide river. A young woman named Lily lives there. Lily loves walking by the river every morning. One day she meets an old man sitting on a bench. He looks peaceful and smiles kindly. Lily says, "Good morning." The old man replies, "Good morning. It is a beautiful day, isn't it?" Lily says, "Yes, the weather is perfect." The old man asks Lily, "What do you do every day?" Lily says, "I work in a small bakery. I make bread and cakes." The old man says, "That sounds wonderful." Lily smiles and says, "It is fun but also hard work. Sometimes I feel tired." The old man nods and says, "Everyone feels tired sometimes. But when you enjoy what you do, the tiredness becomes lighter." Lily thinks about his words and feels encouraged. She says, "Thank you." The old man says, "You're welcome." Before Lily leaves, he adds one more thing. Keep learning. Keep growing. And do not worry about mistakes. Mistakes are signs that you are moving forward. Lily smiles and continues her walk, feeling more confident than before. Now take a breath and notice how natural the dialogue feels. The story helps you hear grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation in a real context. Before we finish, let us practice speaking confidence. I will say a sentence twice. The first time just listen. The second time repeat it strongly. Here we go. I am capable of learning English. Repeat. I am improving every time I listen. Repeat. I will not be afraid of mistakes. Repeat. My English will get better every day. Repeat. I am proud of myself for practicing today. Repeat. As we come to the end of this lesson, I want to remind you that learning English is a journey, not a race. You do not need to be perfect. You only need to continue practicing with patience and positivity. Every word you speak, every mistake you correct, every moment you listen, these all help you grow. You deserve to feel confident and strong in your learning. And you are improving more than you realize. Keep listening, keep speaking, and keep believing in your ability to learn. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I look forward to teaching you again soon. Until then, take care, practice a little every day, and remember that your English journey is moving forward beautifully.